Okay, well, first of all, the title was Imagining Change, Neuro-Hybrid Leadership in an Age of Disruption, AI, and Uncertainty. The world we live in today. So that's the title. What inspired me to choose this topic? Let me just tell you a wee story to get started. Just before Christmas, I was down helping my mum shift. She'd been living in this house for 54 years. And when I was there, we shifted the house. Everything didn't go very well. And, even the change, that amount of change over 54 years had built up on her. Unfortunately, she had a stroke the next day. And fortunately, I was there. I was able to help her. We got her to an ambulance. She got the medical attention she needed, flown somewhere, got an operation, flown back, and is on her way to recovery. So fortunately, she's good. But what I realized was that we are struggling with change. We just look at every report that we look at, and it says disengaged, it says burnout, it says overwhelm, it says all these things. And then I noticed that there was a gap. So what I got to thinking about was, okay, what is this gap? And what I've come up with is what we call the hybrid framework, which we'll talk about a little bit in a wee while. But that's essentially how I came up. This is essentially what inspired me, is the amount of burnout, the amount of disengagement, the amount of, and there's lots of capable people in the world. You, myself, and probably just about everybody at the conference has probably got qualifications coming out their ears, right? But there's still something just a bit different about the world we're into today. Okay, so the first thing is, this session is about slowing down. It's about noticing things. It's about creating a space to notice how we actually have changed, what that means for how we work today, how we learn, how we decide, and how we collaborate. So, coming down to the takeaways, I'm not going to give you just a couple. I'm going to give you 6. Okay. And the 6 takeaways are: you'll get a clearer sense of why work feels different now. Even for the capable and experienced people, why does it feel different now? We'll give you some language for things that you might have been experiencing but not know how to language it. An introduction to the hybrid framework. And hybrid is HYBRID. So we've got 6. And the first one is human trust calibration, how we think with technology and AI, and handling over without judgment. And then the second one is yielding cognitive flexibility. So letting go of rigid thinking when conditions change. The third one is brain-body integration, recognizing that learning and good decisions are embodied not just in our cognitive, but in our brain-body connection. The fourth one is relational intelligence, understanding how trust and connection work in a digital distributed environments. And then the 5th is immersive learning and insight. Just about went off track there. Turning experience into learning that actually sticks. What is it that makes things stay with us? And then the final one is digital agency, reclaiming choice and focus in systems designed to pull attention. All the systems that we have today are designing to pull our attention to that system. So how can we reclaim our agency? And then the final 2 things that you'll learn is a small practical way to work differently straight away without needing a reset. And then the final one is a shift from feeling like we need to keep up. We need to feel we have to get grounded and able to learn and connect as you go. So that's what the key takeaways you'll get from my workshop.
It's a lot of takeaway.
Well, that comes down to it's what Agile on the Beach is all about. It's about taking the time to step away from a busy workplace, let your brain slow down and actually connect with some of the things that are happening in the world today that can actually help us.